Well, we hear in the headlines all the time that technology is massively disrupting businesses. You have AI, the rise of robotics, future cities, all kinds of different things are really going to be impacting companies and the way that they work. But in fact, one of the things that is the biggest challenge is actually people. And it's the idea that people are adopting technologies at all kinds of different rates that cause major challenges for companies. So that is really the biggest challenge. Well, building on what I just talked about as the biggest challenge of being how do you deal with these different rates of adoption, it is really looking at comprehensively how do you deal with this. And so there's two areas. You look at it from the perspective of your customers, and then you look at it from the perspective of your workforce and all of your stakeholders. And so let me take the latter in thinking about what is the future of work. So you need to look at it organizationally, and thinking about the hierarchy of work is fundamentally changing. And in fact, the future is about collaboration and thinking about work not as something that a person's going to do for 20 years and that's their career with one company, but in fact that they will most likely continually self-organize and using digital platforms as collaboration platforms, number one. Number two, companies need to think about physical environment in a completely different way. And you're starting to see this already with open offices and different things like that, but it needs to go much further than that. Because if you think about when I was talking about transportation, future cities, all these different things are going to be impacting the way that we work. Do we need offices anymore? How are we going to be organizing? Where do they need to be making investments? These are all the things that companies need to be thinking about now. Oh, the future? Well, the one thing that I can say that you can truly depend on and trust is that it's going to look different. Exactly how it will look like the movie Blade Runner or different things that you see in the movies? I don't exactly know. But what I do know is that in 2016, the Federation of Robotics reported that they've saw the biggest year of growth in robotics ever. And so that's just one metric that shows the future's happening, and it's happening now. And this movement that we see with the internet and mobile devices is really just the beginning. And things that you hear about the Internet of Things, the Internet of Beings, AI, there's so many buzzwords. All of those things are going to be happening. And I think that it's going to be different and it's going to be exciting. So be bold and embrace it.